Hi, Mike.
Good morning.
So welcome everyone to Stretch with a Leader. If anybody has any good book recommendations, we've been plugging those in the chat before we got started. Mike is filling in for Jeffrey Peters today. So thank you so much, Mike, for being with us today and taking the time to share a Be Well moment. So Mike, if you could tell the group a little bit about your role with Intermountain, and you can jump into your Be Well moment. And you can throw it back to me for the stretch, and unless you want to lead it.
Nope, you are not getting what you got last week, so it'll be all yours.
Okay. All right, to you, Mike.
Okay, so real quickly, I'm part of Mike Schow. I'm part of the Integration Management Office. It's an arm of the strategy department. I report up to Jeremy Peters, who's traveling today. And so when you go back and you look at the history of these, you'll see all of these VPs, senior leaders, and then you'll see some random dude. That's going to be me stepping in for our VP of our department. So we miss Jeremy, and hopefully he's having safe travels as he travels and drives up into Idaho. Just real quickly, I know that everyone has shared a little bit about themselves, so I just kind of put some pictures together. And just real quickly, the Integration Management Office, I get a lot of questions about that. The Integration Management Office is responsible for our merger and acquisition and strategic partnership growth. We help with the integration efforts of those transactions. So recently, my team was involved with the SCL merge. We're acquiring different small practices down in the Nevada region, including some home health and some small physician practices. We've been helping out historically with like Classic Air and Seltzer and some of those different transactions. So we're excited to be a part of the larger strategy and the growth opportunity with Intermountain. But here's real quickly, this is a little bit about me. This is my family in the middle. We just got back from Disneyland last week, so it's a fresh pick. If you look around, you can kind of see that I'm an outdoorsy guy. I like to get outside. I like to take my kids with me. I like to do anything that involves us being active and outside. And yes, I would consider sitting on the back of my horse an active activity. If you don't find me out there, one of the other things I like to do is construction. This is the house that I built for my family about 5 years ago. I have taken several youth groups down to the Navajo reservation and helped build homes for some of those that are in need. And that's always a great experience. And right now, if I'm not out playing, or I'm out with what my wife calls my spring mistress. You'll find me over helping my buddy. We're trying to do an addition on his house. This is the sports court that we built for him, and we're actively engaged in trying to finalize all of that. So on to the next thing. The mistress that my wife refers to is lacrosse. Lacrosse is a spring sport. I've been involved for probably over 20 years. Currently, I am the high school coach for Pleasant Grove High School. I also am involved collegiately as an official. So if I'm not traveling around the country doing games, I'm with my team coaching. And this year I get the awesome opportunity to coach my son, who is a senior at lacrosse. So it's because of these guys that you guys get this live well moment. We had a conversation the other day. We just hit midway in our season. Things are going pretty well, but there's always time and opportunities to improve. So I asked them if they knew about the most famous, or what I believe, maybe arguably the most famous Greek demigod, and none of them had a clue who Hercules was, other than they knew the Disney story. So I'm going to go ahead and tell you the story of Hercules at the crossroads. Hercules was trained in the warlike arts, but understood that knowledge was not always did not always confirm wisdom, so he went deep into the forest to think. To his surprise, two ladies appeared in front of him. Both were very beautiful. One stood before him, richly dressed in colors and jewelry, but the other in simple white. The first lady, known as Vice, said, "Choose me, and your life will be one of ease and pleasure, and no effort of mind or body will be demanded of you." The other lady was known as Virtue, and she said, "Choose me, and you will have the honor of your countrymen. And I cannot promise you a life without labor, for no man may reap where he did not sow." And as you know, the story goes, Hercules chose the path of virtue, understanding that he would both obtain the bitter and the sweet as he went through. And I think this is important and applicable to our be well moment, because every day we're forced with some of these same decisions. Are we going to take the easy path of pleasure that's offered by vice, or are we going to do as Hercules did and know that the offerings of vice are going to be short-lived and unfulfilling, and so we're going to choose the path of virtue, one that leads to happiness and the constant pleasure of achievement through our hard work and the consistent pursuit of our noble goals.
Thanks so much, Mike. What a wonderful message. And it's obvious that you use your talents to work and improve the lives of others and serve others as well. So thank you so much for sharing a little bit about you today.
Thank you.
Okay, we will move on to the stretch portion. So I'll go ahead and spotlight my camera for everyone, and we will get moving. I gotta find a spot for my dog because he's deaf, so I just gotta put him somewhere. And then he'll usually stay there. Okay. Squat. And then as you stand up, step the left leg back and the left reaches up and over. And then step back forward, squat. Now right leg, right arm, step back and reach over. We'll do that a couple more times. Just start taking some big breaths. Feel free to hold any movement longer if it feels really good or if you need a little extra stretch. And of course, listen to your body and don't go past the point of discomfort. Nothing should necessarily hurt. Like it might be a little uncomfortable just because of the stretch, but that's how we make improvements. Okay, let's do one more of these. Step and reach. Okay, let's take our feet back to about narrow hip width apart. We're going to take arms out to the side. Go ahead and turn your right palm down. So we're going to rotate, just rotating the arms opposite direction. So your palms just go to the opposite. Okay, let's pause with left palm facing up, and we're going to reach to the left and then switch your hands, rotate the right palm up and reach to the right. So we're still doing the rotations, but now we're adding that reaching motion side to side. Let's do one more each side. Okay, come back to the center. So left palm is facing up, and we're going to reach left arm up behind, and the right arm goes down and back. And then reach open again. Same thing, reach. One more time. Reach up and pause this time. We're going to pause right here. Just push your head back, your hand, and press the back of your hand into your lower back. Then we're just going to hinge from the hips and bend forward. So bend your knees a little bit and then hinge from your hips and move forward. Pause here for just a breath or two. Stay in your hinge and then bring both hands to your hips. Okay, now we're going to take the left arm, sweep it out to the side as you straighten the left leg. And then bring the hand down, and we'll do that one more time. You can bend the knee again, and then straighten the left knee as you reach the left arm out. Bend the knee again, bring hands to hips, and stand up. And then we'll do that on the other side. So arms come out. Let's take left palm pointed down, right palm is up. Reach up and back, and then back out to the side. We'll do that 2 more times. This time, hold it. So hand goes down your back, left hand on your mid back, or lower back actually. Bend the knees a little bit and then hinge forward. Maybe you've got a little hamstring stretch here. And then we'll take hands to hips. And then right arm's going to sweep out to the side as your right leg straightens, and you can look out to the side. Then bring the hand in, bend the knee again, reach the arm out, straighten the right leg. Bring it back in. Hands come to hips, and then stand all the way up. Okay, release arms. Let's do a few shoulder rolls. And then forward. All right, let's take arms out in front, fingertips together. Go ahead and round through your back, pull your shoulder blades apart, look down at the ground. And then stand up, send your thumbs back and lift your chest, little back extension. We'll do that 2 more times. Stand up, extend. Take some big breaths as you move through. And then release the arms. Okay, we're going to take our feet nice and wide now. And you can turn the toes out a little bit here. We're just going to move side to side. So just noticing where you feel a stretch. If it's inner thighs, maybe we can move the strings a little bit. Okay, we're going to pause on the left this time. Go ahead and lift the right toes. Really flexing the foot until you feel your calves start to lengthen. And then plant the foot. Let's switch sides. Lift the left toes. Notice where you feel the stretch. Go ahead and put the foot back down. Come back to the center. Hands can come on our thighs, and then we're just going to hinge forward. And toes are still turning out a little bit, which might feel a little awkward in this position, but wherever your feet feel good, you can keep them there. And then just start to roll forward a little further. If you want, you can release your hands towards the floor, relax your head and neck, and then just do some tiny little knee bends. So we're swaying side to side. All right, come back to the center. Use your hands to walk up your thighs and come all the way back up to standing. Let's bring our feet in together. Take a big inhale, reach. And then exhale, fold all the way forward. You can bend your knees as much as you need to, and just check in that now your feet are parallel to each other. And we're going to sway the hips side to side from this narrow stance position. And then you can use your hands to walk yourself all the way back up to standing. Take a big inhale. And exhale, just release the arms. Let's big inhale up again. Now grab your left wrist and pull all the way over to the side. Then you can take your left foot and sweep it back. Bigger side stretch. And then release. Let's do the other side. Big inhale, reach up. Pull over, sweep the right leg back, Bigger sides. And release it down. Okay, just shake it out a little bit. You guys are all done. Thanks so much for joining today and have a great rest of your day. And thank you, Mike, for sharing your Be Well moment and helping us get to know you a little bit.